Okay, so today I'm going to be working questions 25 through 28. It says, suppose that in Madison County, 54% of the households have a basement, 29% have a households have a basement and three bedrooms. Okay, so what is this thing telling me here? I'm gonna say probability that they have a basement. I'm gonna abbreviate that as probability of a basement is 0.54. Probability they have a basement and three bedrooms is 0.29. Okay. Now say you randomly select a household that has a basement. So I chose something that has a basement. So given that it has a basement, what is the probability that it has three bedrooms? So I'm asked here, what's the probability of this having three bedrooms given that it has a basement? Okay, so I remember my formulas. I have to go, what's the probability that it has three bedrooms and a basement divided by what's the probability that it has a basement? All right, my B is my second letter, so that's what goes at the bottom. Okay, what's the probability it has three bedrooms and a basement? 0.29. What's the probability that it has a basement? 0.54. So I'm just going to grab my calculator here and I'm going to divide 0.29 divided by 0.54 and it gives me 0.537. My third decimal number is big enough, so my 7 is going to push the previous number up. So it's going to be 0.54. Okay, let me read something here. What's the question here? What is the probability that it also has three bedrooms? Probability. I want to know if I'm asked, my question is a probability of percent. Because last homework, yesterday we were dealing what's the percentage. Remember how here this is basically 0.54, right? 0.54 as a percentage. I told you guys yesterday, write it as 54%. But here I'm asking what's the probability? I'm just asking to leave it as a decimal, 0.54. Remember, when I ask what's the probability, I'm asking for a decimal number between 0 and 1. When I'm asking for the percentage, I'm asking for a number between 0 and 100. So here, just leave it as 0.54. Make sure you read the question. Am I asking for the answer as a probability? Leave it as a decimal, 0.54. If I ask what's the percentage, then do change it to 54%. Okay, let's take a look at number 26 here. Suppose that in Jefferson County, 44% of households have a smart TV. So I'm going to say the probability of a smart TV is 0.44. 13% of the household have a smart TV and a cable subscription. Okay, so probability of a smart TV and cable subscription is 0.13. Now, you randomly select a household that has a smart TV. So given that it has a smart TV, because we chose a person that has a smart TV, given that it has a smart TV, what is the probability that it also has a cable subscription? So I'm basically asking what's the probability that it has a cable subscription given that it has a smart TV? So for this, I have to go probability of cable and smart TV divided by probability of smart TV. So I have 0.13 divided by 0.44. Remember, smart and cable is the same thing as cable and smart. Okay, so 0.13 divided by 0.44. According to my calculator, this is 0.537. 0.295. And I read my question here is, what is the probability? Okay, so I need to leave it as a decimal. So I look at my third decimal number. 5 is big, so it's going to push my 9 over. But 9 is the biggest that it can be. So my 9 ends up pushing the 2 over. So my answer is 0.30 or 0.3. Okay, let's take a look at number 27 because I'm working up until 28 today. Miss Ida provided after-school office hours for her students. On her last test, 39% of her students, 39% attended office hours and passed. So I'm just going to say probability. Let's say office hours and passed is 0.39. Overall, 57% of her students attended office hours. So probability the student went to office hours is 0.57. And now here is approximately what percentage of Mrs. Ida's students passed given that they attended office hours. So basically I'm asked, what's the probability of passing given they attended office hours? So P given O. So I have to go probability of passing and office hours divided by probability of office hours. Okay. Probability a student passed and attended office hours is 0.39. Probability they attended office hours is 0.57. When I divide this, 0.39 divided by 0.57 gives me 0.684. My third decimal number is small, so I'm going to ignore it, but I'm going to read my instructions here. Approximately what percentage? Oh, not what probability. Remember, if it was asked, what's the probability or what is the probability? I would have said 0.68 because I'm asked, what's that percentage? Let me change this to 68%. But it's okay if you guys just write 68. 68%. Now, members of a gym set fitness goals for themselves. Overall, over the next year, 35% of members work with a personal trainer and reach their goal. Okay, so let's say probability of having a trainer and reaching their goal is 0.35. Overall, 49% of the gym members work with a fitness trainer. Okay, so probability that they got a trainer was 0.49. Approximately what percentage? Ooh, I'm gonna highlight that already. That means my decimal, I have to change it to percent. Approximately what percentage of gym members reach their goal given that they work with a personal trainer? So what's the probability that they reach their goal given that they had a trainer? So I have to go probability of goal and trainer divided by probability of trainer. So I have to go 0.35 divided by 0.49. I know 0.35 divided by 0.49 is 0.714. The fourth is small. So if it was probability, I would have called it 0.71. But because it's asking the percentage, this is basically 71%. It's okay if you guys just write 71. Make sure you guys understand. If I'm asking what's the probability, leave it as a decimal. If I'm asking approximately the percentage, then your decimal change it to percent. Remember, you multiply by 100, basically.